Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and this is my take on why Toyota's new RAV4 Prime is going to be the Tesla killer. That's right, you heard it from me first. Why do I say that? Because the Prime is not an all-electrical vehicle, is it? No. It shouldn't even compete against Tesla, should it? No. Well, yes, actually it should. Tell you why. First of all, the Prime is a plug-in hybrid. What is a plug-in hybrid? Basically, you can plug it in and run just off the battery. Or you can use battery with the combustible engine in there, which is 2.5 liter, which is the same engine as a regular RAV4, so it's not a little dinky motor. So you got a good sized normal combustion engine, you got your battery pack, and you can plug it in so you can either run it purely on electric for 42 miles. 42 miles range is terrible. It's not nearly the range of a Tesla's 350 mile range. That's right, it's not. It's not even close. But you can, but most people, not me though, not quite. My commute to and from work is 50 miles. So I'm 8 miles short. But the RAV is not going to leave me hanging on the side of the road. No. As long as you take a gas with you. I would just use 8 miles of gas, right? And that's hardly anything. The rest of it, or if I plugged it in at work, I could probably make it home, right? Okay, so you can plug it in, and also it'll charge while you're driving. It helps. It's like a regular hybrid. It'll charge the battery, and you can run, and you get great gas mileage because you're using both. And also, so you have that. You have the ability to run purely on electric, and apparently it's pretty quick too. Not as fast as when you do like a hybrid version where you're using both electric and gas. But unlike your Tesla, whichever one you want to compete with, I would say it competes with the Tesla, what is that? The newest one that is based off the 3. Tesla 3 is the more of the SUV looking thing. Is that the Y? I think it's the Y. Why they make it? Anyways, but this one is okay. So the Toyota Prime is a SUV, right? And it's a real SUV. It actually does really good off-roading. So unlike any Tesla, if you want to go exploring off-roading, this one could actually do it, and it does it pretty darn well. So you have a nice practical SUV that can actually go off-roading, not crazy like a Jeep, but pretty darn good. It has, it's fast, 0 to 60 at 5.7 seconds. Not as fast as a Tesla, but it's pretty darn fast. Fast enough for most people, including myself. And also, I don't know if you know this or not, I won't tell you right now. Where do you think Toyota lines up on a J.D. Power reliability rating on the scale of the Toyota brand itself? Where do you think? No surprise, it is number 1. Now, where does Tesla land? You don't know, do you? Well, I'm going to tell you. Number is the worst reliable vehicle that they actually review. Tesla came in dead last. Not to say Tesla is completely unreliable, but I guess they have issues. They have problems. Now, granted, a Tesla probably would last forever, but it will have issues. Probably little stuff, I don't know. Probably not like the powertrain, but it's whatever it is, it's causing Tesla owners to go to the shop to get stuff worked on more than any other company out there. So Toyota has the reliability, it has the ability to use gasoline. So if you want to go on a nice long trip somewhere, you want to visit your brother in Indianapolis, and you're over here in North Carolina, you don't have to look around and start plotting the charging stations. You can just go. Just drive. And then granted, you'll be using gasoline, but it's way more convenient on a long trip. Who's going to tell me they'd rather have electric on a long trip? Nobody, because you have to charge it up. That adds so much more time to your trip. And not only that, you might have to plot your trip to go to a charging station that might not be the most direct route. So with the hybrid, you have the best of both worlds. So in your small daily commutes, or if you're doing some errands, You could do 100% electric. When you go for a long trip, you could go hybrid, using gas and electric. And you could actually, and you have usable space. Now, I know the Teslas have pretty good storage too, so that's not a huge advantage. You get a Toyota reliability, and you get actually go off-roading. The Prime, I'm not gonna lie, that Toyota Prime is like a perfect vehicle. I mean, you might not like the way it looks, but to me it looks pretty sharp. And the price, since you don't have a huge battery, it's not gonna weigh it down like crazy. That's another thing, it's not price, but that's another plus. It also, the price isn't horrendous. So you probably hard-fetched to get a nice Tesla for $40,000, right? You might be able to, but that's about, well, this one is $40,000 as well. But Tesla, you don't get that tax incentive because they already sold over 1 million units. Well, Toyota Prime, since it's a brand new to Toyota, you still qualify for that government credit for like $7,000. So your $40,000 Prime is now only about 33,000. It's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Plus, you'll probably save. That makes it actually a pretty reasonable car, to tell you the truth. And you get a heck of a lot of car for it. So I think Toyota said they had enough of Tesla trying to be all big and bad and try to say that they're valued more so than a Toyota. This is true. I don't know if you know this or not, but supposedly based on the market share for the stock price, market share, whatever it is, the stocks, I guess, Tesla right now is valued right about the same as Toyota. And Toyota sells way more cars than Tesla does. I think the multiple was something like 24 times more vehicles than Tesla, which I thought actually was more. And they're trying to say that Tesla is valued about the same. I guess I think in the future, in 10 years, Tesla will have everything. I don't think so. I don't. Tesla will do well, I'm sure. But it's not like these other companies are just going to drop over and just give up. No. They're going to do what Toyota did. They're going to come up with something even better that makes even more sense to own than a Tesla. Smaller battery. So when the battery goes out, think about it. If you buy a Tesla and say you love the car. I love this car. It's the best ever. And you got to switch batteries. Time to change the battery. That battery is going to cost you a ton of money because it's a huge battery. Where the Toyota Prime battery, RAV4 Prime, it's a much smaller battery. Probably not going to cost you all that much. I got a feeling in the future batteries will start dropping price anyways. And since you're not using the electrical motor so much, the car will probably last just as long. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think that the Toyota RAV4 is going to really do a beating on that Tesla. Now, I think people that buy Teslas are not doing it based on logic. They're not saying logically a Tesla is a better car. It's an emotional thing. They like it. They love it. They like it. It's like the most innovating car. It's like, totally innovating. It's cool. And that's why they buy it. Logic has nothing to do with it. I think at first. But as time goes by, I think people are going to like the fact that Toyota is a pretty darn cool car. It's more practical. And it's like, you can do anything. I'm telling you, it's the perfect car for me. And I'm sure for a lot of people. Because you have the ability to take off like a rocket, go off-roading, it's practical, it makes sense, it's logical. It's a logical and emotional decision. So, that's why I think the RAV Prime is going to do really well. And like I said, and the other car companies are not going to lay over and die. They're going to come out with other innovative stuff. And it seems like to me that Tesla, they come out with new stuff. And once they have an idea, let's build a truck. It seems to me on the surface, they come out with stuff pretty fast. But if you look at the Tesla S, that's been around forever. They haven't upgraded it. It looks the same. I think they do. I mean, they probably make little small changes, but they really haven't made a big remake or a new edition ever since they came out. That's already, what, over 10 years old now, I think? Something like that. It's time for them to remodel it, update everything, make it look cooler. And also, I said it before, and I'll say it again, Tesla's biggest flaw, well, and reliability, I guess their fit and finish is not like great, is also their interior design. To me, sucks. Sorry, I don't like it. I don't like their interior, especially with the Model 3. It's just so boring to me. Terribly boring. So, they got to work on that. Anyhow, that's my take. What do you think? Do you think Toyota is gonna do a beating on Tesla, or do you think Tesla's gonna still be huge and be able to run with the big dogs, continue to run with the big dogs? I don't know. I think Tesla should focus on batteries. Just sell batteries to everybody. That's probably where they need to go. Let the car manufacturers build the cars and update the cars, update the interior, exterior. It don't seem like that's really big on Tesla. They should just build motors, selling motors, because isn't that pretty much what he said his mission was to get everybody on electric vehicles? So he should just start selling motors to all car manufacturers and batteries to manufacturers. Sell the patents, sell the ideas or something. And just stay out of it. Work on SpaceX. You want to go to Mars, focus on that. Anyhow, that's my take. What do you think? Thanks for watching Paul's Take. Make sure you hit like, subscribe for more of my takes on things.